All right, let's jump right in. We're here to talk about a strategic proposal, one that really gets to the heart of a major shift in how we manage our buildings. The core question for all of us today is simple. The building itself has changed, but has your leadership, has your strategy changed right along with it?
And I want to be perfectly clear right from the get-go. Yeah, we're going to talk about some amazing technology. But this is not a tech story. At its core, this is a leadership story. It's about strategic decision-making, it's about growing asset value, and it's about the governance choices that are going to define the future of your entire portfolio.
So, here's how we're going to break it down. First, we'll get a handle on the new strategic mandate, what's expected now. Then, we have to talk about the very real, very high cost of doing nothing. After that, we'll get to the good stuff, the AI-enabled advantage, and a clear, phased way to get there without unnecessary risk. We'll also tackle the big issues of talent and security threats. And finally, we'll land on the big choice that's facing your board right now.
Okay, first things first, we have to acknowledge a huge shift that's already taken place. Facilities management, or FM, it's just not some operational line item anymore. The conversation about building performance has officially moved out of the boiler room and has a permanent seat in the boardroom.
You know, the way we measure success has been completely turned on its head. Today, how your building performs is tied directly to your ESG reporting, the actual market value of the asset, and even how productive the people are inside it. It's not just about keeping the lights on anymore. Now it's about making the strategic case for the building's value.
And this, right here, shows you the incredible pressure FM leaders are under. According to JLL, a whopping 84% are worried about rising operating costs. At the exact same time, you've got 78% saying their main goal is to be a strategic partner to the business. It's the ultimate squeeze, right? Cut my budget, but also give me a seat at the strategy table. It's a tough spot to be in. So, what happens if we don't adapt to this new reality? Well, that brings us to the high cost of inaction. There's this gap that's widening every single day between smart, intelligent buildings and, well, everyone else. And that gap comes with some serious financial consequences.
And here's where it hits the bottom line. The market is already placing a clear premium on intelligence. Data from JLL shows that smart buildings are pulling in 5 to 10% higher rental rates than similar unmanaged properties. This isn't some forecast for the future. This is money being left on the table right now.
And who's driving this? The tenants are. It's a massive demand signal. CBRE found that an incredible 85% of corporate tenants say smart features are a big deal when they're deciding where to lease. They are actively hunting for buildings that are smarter, greener, and just plain better to work in.
Now this is really fascinating. Look at how that tenant preference directly impacts asset value. A study from MIT showed that just a 10% lift in tenant satisfaction, which is driven by things like sustainability and better management, can drop your vacancy rate by almost 2.5%. That is a direct, powerful line from a happy tenant to a more valuable asset.
Okay, so that brings us to the solution. The great news is that technology has finally caught up to these new demands. We've made this incredible leap from just having digital dashboards to having true AI-driven systems that can optimize themselves.
Let's just quickly walk through this evolution. Think about it. Before 2015, we were in the analog era. It was a world of clipboards and constantly putting out fires. Then we entered the digital transition. Suddenly, we were swimming in data from all these dashboards, but a human still had to make sense of it all. But today, we are in the AI-enabled era. We now have systems that can predict failures before they happen and optimize performance on their own.
And the benefits here, they're not just vague promises. They are very, very real. McKinsey found that companies using AI in their operations see maintenance costs fall by 18 to 25%. And these systems don't just react, they predict problems weeks ahead of time, and they are constantly learning, getting smarter and more efficient every single day.
Now this is the number that should make everyone in the boardroom sit up a little straighter. Across the board, from multiple sources, the documented return on these investments is consistently between 10 to 1 and 30 to 1, with payback often happening in just 12 to 18 months. That's not just a good investment, that's a financial no-brainer.
So, the big question is, how do you get this incredible value without taking on a ton of risk? Well, the answer isn't some giant bet-the-farm project. The smart way to do this is with a disciplined, step-by-step approach that proves its worth along the way. And this 5-phase framework gives you that clear path. As you can see, it's pretty logical. You start by assessing what you have to get a baseline. Then you deploy some foundational tech. You integrate the data streams. Then you let the AI do its magic to optimize everything.
And only then, once it's proven, do you scale it across the portfolio. It builds on itself, so every dollar you spend is justified by the results of the last dollar.
And listen, this stuff is not a science experiment. Just look at these outcomes from massive, world-famous buildings. The Empire State Building, through its refit, cut its energy use by 38%. That's $4.4 million in savings every single year. Over in Abu Dhabi, Masdar City operates at 40% lower energy intensity than the rest of the city. These are the kinds of results we're talking about.
Now, we need to talk about two of the biggest risks that every building owner is facing right now. Your people, specifically the growing skills gap, and the very real cybersecurity threat to your building's operating systems.
There's a major workforce challenge coming. We're looking at a 30% skills gap in facilities management. In Australia, for example, 77% of employers literally cannot find the qualified technicians they need. But here's the key takeaway. AI is not about replacing jobs. It's a strategy for workforce resilience. It takes the routine, reactive work off your team's plate and preserves that deep institutional knowledge, freeing up your best people to do the high-value work only they can do.
Okay, now for a really serious governance liability. This data from Clarity is, frankly, it's alarming. A full 75% of the building management systems out there today have known exploitable security holes. And this isn't just an IT issue. A cyber attack on your building systems could disrupt life safety, HVAC, access control. That creates a massive, direct liability for the owners and the board.
And this risk isn't just a hypothetical anymore. It's being written into law. In both Australia and the UAE, new rules are coming online with hard deadlines and big penalties. We're talking about climate disclosures, IoT security standards. Compliance is not optional. And frankly, these smart systems are the only way you're going to get the data you need to prove you're compliant.
So all of this brings us to our conclusion and to the fundamental choice that your leadership team is facing. The evidence is all there, the pathway is clear, and the market is already making its move. So, to wrap it all up, this journey toward an intelligent building portfolio isn't some blind leap of faith. It's a structured, de-risked process. It has proven financial returns, it gives you a serious competitive edge with tenants, and it's absolutely essential for meeting your mandatory compliance rules. And that brings us right back to where we started. This isn't a question of technology, it's a question of leadership. This transformation is happening with or without you. So the only real question left for every owner and every board is this: are you going to lead it, or are you just going to be carried along by it?